Hey, so we're getting into the Easter season. We're doing it, and we're talking this week a lot about precarity, how being delicate feels, and the at Life Together Apart we were doing like a prompt for every day for like how to reflect on like uniting this idea of our fragility with what it means to live inside of Easter. And so today we're talking about like how we experience precarity, like actually how it like feels in our body. And I am not a psychologist or a therapist. I'm a historian that studies like cultural scripts about certainty. And so all I know is like how I'm told, how like our culture tells us to feel about being delicate. They tell us to feel certain, to like open every day with like mental strategies for doing things like, you know, affirming words that say things will be a certain way, like declarations, like surround yourself with positivity, write things on the mirror, that kind of stuff. And like that can give us a lot of experience of momentum, momentum is like so important, but it also doesn't always account for like how being delicate like actually feels inside of our own, like at a cellular level. And I'm thinking right now of Hillary McBride, who I really love. And she's a therapist, and she writes a lot about fear, and she talks a lot about how the experience of fear feels. And it really got me thinking when I saw all the beautiful responses about the question, like what are you going to miss about Lent? How are you feeling right now? A lot of people were describing like the physical experience of like uncertainty as feeling endlessly scattered, feeling frustrated at yourself for not having a longer attention span. I feel like it's like squirrel brain where I'm like this and that, like a kind of, and I know it's like hyper awareness, which is our bodies trying to keep us safe from danger, but it just, it can also feel like incredible heaviness, like headaches and sleepiness and difficulty focusing, and all of those are like really normal feelings of precarity, and they're not fun. Like they're just like not fun. And I'm always like so mad at myself as I'm like trying to rush through that feeling. But I think part of what it seemed like the more I studied the self-help industry, the more I realized that like their refusal to acknowledge that side of it, the experience of being delicate, just made everyone feel like they were supposed to just like ramrod positivity through all that body sensation. And that can be even more disorienting. So instead of imagining, it's kind of like and it really started in the late 19th century, like the idea that our minds are really the most important things about us, but our minds are unimportant thing. They are in the hierarchy of great things, but we're also taught a lot about how to live inside fragility just from what our bodies are teaching us. So that's the part I am the worst at. So I'm like trying to tune in a little bit more. It's working for me a little bit because in the morning with like our little homeschooling paradigm, we do like, my son and I do this little kind of like, we do a lot of wiggly dances in the morning to try to like, I'm trying to get all the crazy out so that he can actually work. But it does remind me every day is a slog and a fight at the same time. And it's hard to tune in enough to like know what our bodies are teaching us about how to live with so much fragility. So bless you in your experience of fragility today. If you are like me and you are sheltered, that is a certain kind of pacing with our bodies. If you are out there, you are likely exhausted and only hot showers and the ability to find a place to just like breathe alone are even the tiniest exhaust valves for you. So if you are weary and fear is everywhere, we are praying for you and so grateful for what you're doing for us. So, all right, my lovelies, I hope you have a beautiful, terrible day.